The 2017 NC1 NSX versus the 2024 E-Ray Corvette. Which one delivers the better hybrid supercar experience? The 2017 NC1 Acura NSX was the first production hybrid supercar, and the 2024 Chevrolet Corvette C8 E-Ray was Chevy's first production hybrid supercar. Both vehicles introduced hybrid all-wheel drive and electric motors to the models. The NSX has a long history of being a mid-engine car, and the E-Ray was part of the C8 lineup that introduced the first mid-engine Corvettes. The NC1 is powered by a twin-turbocharged mid-engine 3.5-liter V6 and 3 electric motors, which produce a combined 573 horsepower and 476 pound-feet of torque, with 500 horsepower from the engine and 119 horsepower from the electric motors. The NC1's internal combustion engine hits 500 horsepower at 6,500 to 7,500 RPM, while the front motors peak at a combined 72 horsepower at 4,000 RPM, and the rear motor peaks at 47 horsepower at 3,000 RPM. Because each motor and engine maxes out at different RPMs, the horsepower total isn't as high as if they all peaked at the same time, and the E-Ray highlights the mathematical difference. The E-Ray is powered by a naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V8 engine and 1 electric motor. Together, they produce 655 horsepower at 6,450 RPM, with 495 horsepower from the engine and 160 horsepower from the electric motor. Easy math that shows the E-Ray has a total of 82 more horsepower than the NC1. Notice that the NC1 has electric motors, while the E-Ray has 1 electric motor. The NC1 uses 3 motors to improve handling and responsiveness, 1 for each front wheel and 1 that is built into the rear with the engine. The E-Ray, however, has 1 electric motor in the front and 1 engine in the back that takes care of the rear wheels. This gives the E-Ray more emphasis on straight-line performance, while the NC1 prioritizes balance and handling. But it's how those differences translate into the driving experience that matters the most. Let's take the NC1. Because it has 2 front motors, it is able to provide true torque vectoring by actively sending power to the outside wheel in a corner, which creates precision handling. In contrast, the E-Ray uses its single front motor and stability systems to influence cornering, but doesn't have true left-right torque vectoring. In both cars, the front electric motor, or motors, assists with acceleration out of corners. In the NC1, the torque vectoring helps rotate, then straighten the car, which allows the driver to accelerate sooner. This means the motors are doing 2 jobs simultaneously: torque vectoring and accelerating. In the E-Ray, the more powerful motor really only has 1 job: accelerate. This allows the driver to launch hard and accelerate quickly as soon as the car is straightened out, creating that feeling of being fired out of a corner. For all those differences, both vehicles have similar battery packs. The NC1 draws power from a 1.3 kilowatt-hour air-cooled lithium-ion battery, while the E-Ray pulls from a 1.9 kilowatt-hour liquid-cooled lithium-ion battery. The NC1 battery holds 72 cells, while the E-Ray battery holds 80 cells. Both use regenerative charging that is powered by braking, alongside engine-driven generation, in which the engine feeds spare energy back into the battery. The designers of the E-Ray took it a step further, however. When the driver selects Charge Plus mode, the vehicle optimizes the state of charge by limiting how much the battery can discharge, while simultaneously pulling more energy than usual from the engine. This can be useful before a hot lap on track or prior to activating an all-electric mode. About those electric modes, the E-Ray has stealth mode for quietly exiting a neighborhood, which maxes out at about 45 miles per hour. That's pretty similar to the NC1's quiet mode, which allows for all-electric driving for short distances up to about 50 miles per hour under ideal conditions. But the E-Ray again takes things a step further by offering shuttle mode, another all-electric option meant for parking lots and driveways at speeds under 15 miles per hour. If you're going to try either of these electric modes in the E-Ray, make sure all of the conditions are met though or you'll have some trouble activating them. Key topics of discussion are often about the steepness of the grade of the driveway, the ambient air temperature, and whether the driver's seatbelt is buckled. Finally, the numbers. The NC1's quarter mile is 11.2 seconds, while the E-Ray comes in at 10.5 seconds. In the 0 to 60 comparison, the NC1 holds 2.9 seconds, while the E-Ray comes in at 2.5 seconds. At the Nürburgring, the NC1 holds 7 minutes and 36 seconds, according to Acura's testing, while there are no official times for the E-Ray. As for production, there are only about 2,900 NC1s, while the E-Ray is still in production with over 5,000 vehicles produced so far. And a base NC1 in 2017 cost $156,000, compared to the base E-Ray in 2024 at $104,295. So, as to which one is better? It depends on what you want. Each offers a different flavor of the hybrid supercar experience. The NC1 provides precision and refinement, while the E-Ray delivers a more aggressive muscle car driving experience. Thank you for watching.